So, a lot of people have asked, why did you cut your hair? And to be honest, I have been going through a lot of emotions, and I think at some point I relied on other things outside of myself to dictate how I was feeling. And my locks were, for one of the things that I obsessed over a lot, like completely obsessing over how they look, and just anything you could think of related to my locks, I was obsessing over it in a very, I want to say toxic. It was somewhat toxic, but I came to the realization that I started to divert my values in what I stand for and what I ultimately want to represent and bring forward to not only my family and friends, but just people in general. And I felt like my locks were distracting me from my focus. So I said, I'm over it. A lot of times I looked at my locks. I considered, maybe getting my locks redone again, or just, I don't know. I just thought about so many things that I could do to make them more appealing to me. Like, I liked them, but I wasn't in love with them like I once was. And once I realized I wasn't in love with them, they made me upset. Like, when I was upset, I would, of course, at the times that I look in the mirror, I would get upset even more. Just like, this is not working for me. My hair's a mess. I just lost a lot of myself. My center of gravity I was all over the place. And when I tell you, I came to that realization only after I've been crying and stressing and trying to stay positive about things that weren't going my way. It was just time. I was ready to let it go. I was ready to start fresh. I was ready to get that off my shoulder. And believe it or not, the first snip of my lock getting cut off, I felt immediately release from my chest, from my shoulders. All of this I just felt like I could move them again. I can do this and not have to move my hair out the way. It was just time. It was time. And I feel amazing. Now, things haven't, turned around right away when it comes to what I consider, those things that were bothering me. But I have a new perspective on it. With this weight off my shoulders, off of my, appearance, I feel like I have more room to flourish and more room to give and more room to grow. And that's ultimately what I'm always seeking to do, is room to flourish, room to grow, and just freedom. And that's exactly what I feel. I feel free from what I was feeling with my locks. I'm not going to say that my locks were solely responsible, but that was one of the things that, I don't know, it always just tugged at me. And just for a minute now, it's been just, I don't know. But all I know is right now, I feel like I have to be very strategic and very graceful to myself during this transformation into the new year, my 41st year on the planet. It has to be so much more louder, in a transparent way, in a healthy way, in a way that, I I won't think twice about serving myself first and then everyone else. I've been on serving myself first, but I started using that idea of serving myself first with things that don't define me, like my hair. They don't define me. I make my hair. My hair doesn't make me. I make my clothes. My clothes don't make me, you know? I make my barbering, not the other way around. So, for my 41st birthday, I'm just gonna break out of my shell. Little by little, baby steps. And yeah, this chapter is gonna be more transparent. Now, I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be easy, but I'm just gonna try to be more intentional about it. And that's all we can be, is be more intentional. And yeah, I just wanna say this video is literally meant to show you that no matter if they have a smile on my face, there could always be something going on behind that. So be mindful of that in other people. Be mindful of that in yourself. Because once you get to a point where you're seeking other things to try to make you feel good, it's a sign that you need to let go of some things. So don't be afraid to let go. Because let go of my hair, I feel like a whole brand new person. Like, this whole hairstyle makes me feel a little bit more like, I don't give a fuck. Like, why? Why stress? Why? I was already on, I don't like the stress, but now it's on a different level. So I hope y'all are here for the ride, because I'm going in. I'm going to do everything that I set out to do, whether it flourishes or fails. Either way, I'm going to still be here and remain transparent and ready to face things, good things, bad things, sad things, happy things, all the things in my skin at this age. So, yeah. And make sure you remember, you are not your hair. Hey.